Hey YouTube, Mark with Ultimate RC, back on the channel. It's the Avios Albatross 1.6 meter. This is going to be the first frozen flight, if you will, of this aircraft. This has all been, if you've seen this on the channel, it's all been water float flights, if you will. Wanted this to be a snow float flight, but the snow's pretty dang hard out on the bay, so we're going to be more going off of ice. But there's a pretty nice plastic bottom on this plane, and we did fly the Turbo Timber Evo earlier off of it, worked fine, so I'm expecting no problems with that. So I am also affiliated with Hobby King, so this plane does go on sale from time to time if it does grab it, and if you use our links, it really does help support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. We do appreciate it. Also trying to get to 1,000, so hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Say that fast.
Per part-timer, hit the subscribe button. It really does help us as we don't get planes sent to us. So stick tight, YouTube. We're going to put this up. All right, YouTube, here we go. The Avios Albatross V2 in the Coast Guard scheme. First snow / mostly ice flight. Part-timers here recording. Let's take off the throttle cut and let's see what we get here. It's gonna be weird takeoff because we don't have any snow to sit in, so we're kind of cockeyed. See how this works. There we go. There we go. All right, let's bring it around. But I just realized I did that without flaps too. That's why it took so long to get up. I'm like, boy, that's taking a long time. Ice is supposed to be slippery. Again, like and subscribe, hit the bell, trying to get to 1,000. Do appreciate the support. Again, we are affiliated with Hobby King, so if you're interested in this plane or anything else that Hobby King may have, use our links. Doesn't cost anything to do that. It does help support the channel. Our part-time, we're gonna go up with it here. Kicking the twins, spin it around, coming down. Roll. Lots of ice fishing going on the bay. Lots of UTVs running the ice. A few snowmobilers, although there's not much to snow on or snowmobile on for snow standpoint. We'll see what else we get in today. I do want to try to attempt my first flight on the T-33 50 mil from Hobby Zone, if it stays calm. First time I've done a hand. Ooh, let's kick in some throttle. First time I've done a hand launch plane in a long time. I wanted to do it up here because I figured, well, I'd be throwing into snow. Well, not really. So we'll see if we do that or if we wait to get home. When we get home, it's supposed to be a lot warmer at home. So there's not going to be any snow at the school either. Not paying attention here. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can do another one of those and see if I can make that a little bit smoother. I still have takeoff flaps in. Well, part of it is here I'm wearing gloves and I decided to kick it into safe. That was much better. Well, again, like and subscribe, hit the bell, do appreciate the support. Again, trying to get to 1,000, help David in a Goliath YouTube world. If you don't do anything else, hit the subscribe button. We really do appreciate that. Part timer, I'm going to try to do that a little bit closer here with the touch and go.
Okie dokie.
Just make sure we don't hit the neighbor's boat lift or dock or anything like that. Or the rock pile coming out. Let's get away from that.
Well, it's not going to damage the plane, is it?
It is part, I don't know if you heard part timer, she's worried about the plane getting damaged. So it does actually have a plastic hull on the bottom. It's not foam. Which is nice because, yeah, with that no snow, a little rough on the plane, but nice plastic hull, so I can get away with this. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, we landed ways away. Let's bring it around.
What, you don't want to go for a walk on the ice?
I know. Yeah, go for a slide on the ice to go get it. Minute 30 left on the timer. In fact, I want to do a little bit more aerobatics here. Coming around, we're gonna go up with a part timer. Really like the sound of this plane with the twins. Let's do a loop. Do a roll at the top. Well, it doesn't do that as well as some of my other planes. All right, let's see. Got a minute left on the timer. I'm gonna level it out a little bit here. I'm gonna go into my mid rates. We'll bring it around. Part of the reason probably it didn't like that roll, I had, of course, my takeoff flaps in. We're gonna try a no safe ice landing here. There we go. Not bad. I hope I didn't bust my rudder. Folks, I think that's one thing about this plane that I'm not going to have to get apart. We're going to go check that. Let's see if I can bring it around. I see it flailing in the breeze there. Let's kick into high rates to see if we get full rudder. I'm used to the Evo, Turbo Timber Evo. I may wind up walking to get this dang thing in. Oh, there we go, it's coming around. That plane has, the rudder kicks up. I bet you I just completely lost it now. Yeah, it's gone. All right, well, there's one thing to know about this plane. Let's go take a look at it. I'm gonna walk out because I want to see if I can find that part. I'm sure it's probably busted. Plus, this might be very good bonus footage if I go on my keister. It's going to be really hard to find that. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Throttle cuts on. Yeah, rudder gone. That is a bummer. One thing to definitely know about this plane when you're flying it. We're gonna pause. I'm gonna try to look while I'm out here and see if I can find that rudder, because it looks like it maybe came off on a hinge. Hard to say. Well, I want to see if I can find it. So hold tight, YouTube. We'll see if we can find it. Hey YouTube, just wanted to show you here, we did find the rudder. This had come completely off. It's not broke, but there is clearly, I don't know if it's if there are screws that came out. I would think it's more like a rod that goes through there. And so one thing that I was not expecting with this, and to know if you go ahead and do ice flights with this, and also you're going to have to see how that connects up there into the fuselage, that spring. I thought this thing was supposed to be spring loaded, that it would kick up, although you can see kind of the limitation of how far it'll kick up. So some of my touch and goes must have been hitting that, jarred the pin out or whatever's there. I may have to get a whole new assembly then for that to work. So just be aware of that if you decide to do any type of snow. I would also assume they build this plane as being a grass ops plane. You can fly it off the grass. I'll probably never do that. This is probably one thing to be aware of. So learned from that mistake, but it was a pretty nice flight, and I'll do some more research on that. And hopefully we can get some future flights in on this. But again, thanks for watching, YouTube. Like and subscribe, hit the bell. The Hobby King Avios Albatross, really cool plane, flies great. Just one thing to be aware of when you're doing either grass flights or frozen lake flights that doesn't really have any snow on it. So appreciate you watching. Mark with Ultimate RC.